Hi, I am Silvia. I'm a student of Jeff and Shalia, member of Twin Flame Ascension School, Life Purpose class, and also a certified Ascension coach and a psychotherapist in training for the past 6 years. So I'm happy to greet you on our channel on Twin Flames Universe. So please like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And I'm also happy to be talking about a very important topic to me personally on my twin flame journey, and namely healing codependency or codependence in some literature. So what is codependency? First of all, it's the tendency, it's a trauma-based tendency, as every addiction is based upon a trauma or several traumas. It's the tendency to look for love outside oneself in another person. So basically that person or persons become God to a codependent, and there is a very deep fear-based addiction in relation to that person or those people. A tendency to people please, a tendency to give one's power away to that person or people, a tendency maybe to engage in doormat-like behaviors just to please that person. Yeah, I know, icky stuff, but hold on, I'm getting all to that, to the healing part of this. So we're not just discussing the blocks, we're also discussing the solution here. So bear that in mind, and if it resonates with you so far, then let's continue together. I know it can be uncomfortable to discuss these topics, but do you desire your harmonious twin flame union? Do you desire your healing? Do you desire to let go of past hurtful memories and traumas? And if yes, then let's continue, because there is no place for giving up in our community. So if you've attracted our community into your life, that's a clear sign from God that you're ready to heal and to let go of trauma. So congratulations. Yay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what are potential causes for codependency or codependent behavior, which I mentioned that is addiction-based and trauma-based, because the root of all addiction is trauma. And let's mention a few of these potential childhood traumas that are, let's say, the classical sources for addiction. But beyond all of that, please note that actually the truth of all trauma is a personal choice of being separate from God's love. So no matter what happened to you in your childhood or past life or in your mother's womb, it was still a choice you made on a soul level to be experiencing separation and contrast. And I know this can be also sometimes challenging to accept this truth, but think of it as an empowering truth, because you know you can make a new choice. You can choose to love yourself now and to take all your power back from illusions and trauma. So also a good way to go about this is simply forgiving yourself for whatever you've chosen in the past, whatever separation you've manifested in the past. And know that God is never judging you. You're always welcome to return to heaven within and without. Okay, so let's go about my list. So some of you who are experiencing codependent patterns with your twin flame and or with other people in your life, yeah, I just want to say this very quickly also, that even if you're not experiencing codependent patterns with your twin flame, but you're experiencing it with other people, it's still detrimental to your twin flame union and journey. So it can slow down your progress. So it's something to look at still if your relationship with your twin flame is really healthy now. It can, if you're watching this, it can be a sign that you need to heal any codependent patterns in your life. And sometimes it means letting go of those relationships because you've healed that block within yourself. Or sometimes it means upgrading that relationship to a healthy dynamic. Oh, that sounds good. So let's go back to my list. So you might be experiencing codependent patterns in your life if you've been abandoned as a child by your parents, caretakers, or other significant influences in your life at that time. There may be a part of you or several parts of you who feel like they are not valuable, that they are not worthy of love. And they also might be thinking that their parents or caretakers were God and God abandoned them. So you need to speak to these parts of yourself and let them know that God, Father God and Mother God, is their true parent, and they've never abandoned them. They've always loved them dearly. So feels so good, doesn't it? The truth feels so good and so empowering. And then this tendency to look for God in a different person, in a person on the outside, disappears because it's illusion-based and trauma-based. So heal that within first, and it may take you some steps, a process of healing all the layers to it, but it's really worth it. Freedom is worth it. Yeah. Okay, second thing on my list. Some of you who are experiencing codependent patterns might have been judged as children, and children are very impressionable. They have this tendency to take to their hearts whatever they've been told. For example, if their grandma told them that hey, you look fat in this dress, or hey, don't be stupid, or hey, if you eat like that, nobody will marry you, or something like that. And it can be really painful for a child. So go within to these parts of you represented by this inner child who feels hurt by criticism, and help them heal by being compassionate, by offering them that deep and complete acceptance they need. And you can do this right now from your heart. You can tell them that they deserve nothing else but love, that they are deeply supported and loved by God, who again is their true caretaker, their everything. And God does not require them to change in any way because they are perfect. And God's energy is nurturing, loving, perfecting one's being. And there is a difference between criticism and nurturing somebody to deeper and deeper perfection, if we can say it like that. So God's energy and love is nurturing and expanding at the same time. So in love's presence, you evolve and evolve and evolve, but not from a point of lack, not because you're not good enough already. You are brilliant already. You're lovable already. You are everything the world needs already. Oh, I love this video. Oh my God. Okay, another childhood pattern, the third one I want to talk about is having had this interrupted pattern of being loved in childhood. Maybe you had a parent who was constantly traveling back and forth. So there were weeks when you felt love and some weeks when there was an absence of that attention, or you had a parent who had bipolar disorder or some psychological disorder which made them very inconsistent with their attention and affection with you, or there are several other scenarios for receiving love from your parent or caretaker or significant person. Love only sometimes, but not always. So there was not a secure relationship dynamic in your life. And there was a fear inside your inner child, or you were an actual child. There was a fear in there that this love may go away for good now, and I may need to do something to make sure that love stays in my life. And this is this kind of chaser dynamic that some of you may experience among this codependency pattern, the need to chase after that person that you think can love you or should love you or is there for you to love you. But if you don't do something to keep that person interested or in your life, rest assured you lose it. And that's a very, very painful dynamic to be in. And the solution here is to heal it and free yourself from it for good. So do you choose that? Do you choose to be free? If so, then you need to go back to that child that you once were, and that's still present in your consciousness since you're experiencing this pattern, and just let them know that God and love can never be lost, and God is the source of all love in their life. So if they want to mend their relationship with love itself, all they need to do is to choose love and God as the source of everything in their life. Because all the good, all the great relationships in their life stem from this same source. So if they've been experiencing a lack of love, it means that their relationship to the source of love itself was not really strong or not really there. So invite this part of you to release any earthly connections and relationships with other people to God, and claim God as the source of true love. And this doesn't mean, keep talking to that part, that they will be devoid of human relationships. On the contrary, the closer they are to God and the better their relationship gets with God, the more nourishing and beautiful and healthy their other relationships will be in their life, including the relationship to oneself and including the relationship to one's twin flame and soul family and the other significant people in one's life. So that's beautiful healing to do, and I encourage you to go deeper here and to claim God even deeper as your main relationship in your life, because God never leaves you, God never disappoints you, God never takes his love away, so you can never lose God. You can choose to distance yourself from God, and then you experience separation and possibly codependency dynamics with people because you're looking for God inside of them instead of looking for God within. So look within and strengthen your relationship to God and love itself. That's the way. And accept that healing, because you're worth having nourishing and beautiful relationships in your life. So you're here right now watching this video for a reason. You're guided to heal these patterns. So I truly wish to support you with that. That's why I'm here. And my last point on my list is you may have been born in a fairly healthy family, speaking of relationship dynamics, and your parents may have been there for you, or your caretakers may have been there for you, but still you're experiencing these codependency dynamics. It could be that it's past life karma. It could be that you've incarnated in this life with this karma to heal addiction, trauma, codependency that you've manifested through choice in different lifetimes, and that were even born in this family because they want to help you transcend it. So that's beautiful, right? Because you get these healthy role models, and that can inspire you positively with this and help you transcend those past life wounds. But don't solely rely on that. Well, of course you don't, since you are here and watching this video, but what I'm saying here is that you can use the mirror exercise and simply identify those bad feelings that you're getting when relating to certain people, where you get overly attached or overly involved, and you might have this tendency to retreat in a world of fantasy and not having the real relationships that you want. Yeah, so that's another aspect of codependency. You may simply want to feel your feelings around it. How does this really feel? It could feel simply very bad or very sad, like your dreams can't come true. That's the lie, right? And you don't even need to visualize that past life. Just feel your feelings around it and give yourself what you need here. It could be peace, harmony, mental health, clarity, love, harmony. Yeah, so there are several other source causes for codependency. If you want to talk more about it, then please write me a message. You have all my contact details in the description box below. It was nice talking to you, and see you soon. All the best on your journey.